All right, kiddos, since I can't be there today, I made you a video. It's going to take 2 parts because it keeps cutting me off for some reason when I do half of it. So take out your paper for today. Obviously, this is our in-class practice 4 test. Make sure you have your headphones in. You probably won't need a calculator today. I mean, if you need it, you can have that. So here we go. We're going to first, it says label, name the points on the graph and say what quadrant they're in. Well, the first thing you need to do is label the quadrant. So we talked about yesterday, quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. We talked also yesterday about how it has to be in Roman numerals. So A, let's look at A. Sorry, is that better? Okay, so let's look at A. We know this is our origin, so it's 0, 0. And then if we're going to go look at A, we count over. So -1, -2, -3, -4. And then we go up 1, 2, 3, 4. And obviously we are in quadrant 2. Okay. B is over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Up 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm in quadrant 1. C is right here. I didn't go up or down. I just went over. So I went over 2. So that's -2. And because I didn't go up or down, that's a 0. It's also not a quadrant. You're actually on the x-axis. So over here, I'm just going to write an x for x-axis. All right. Now we're going to do D. So -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. -5. And we went down 1, 2, 3. So -3. And I'm in quadrant 3. Make sure if I write it, you write it. Because I'm going to pick this up and see who actually watched the video. Don't forget your name. All right. E is right here. And if you notice, I didn't go right or left at all. So I put a 0. But I did go down 1, so that's -1. And again, that's not a quadrant. It's on the y-axis, so I'm going to go put a y. And then F is right here. I go 1, 2, 3. And then I went down 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm in quadrant 4. Okay. So hopefully you understand this part. This is pretty simple. Bella's learning this in 3rd grade right now, so we should be okay with that. Domain and range, however, are a little bit different. So when you're talking about points, you're going to list your points, and domain is the x's, and ranges are the y's. And again, it doesn't have to be in order from least to greatest. However, it does help you immensely when we do this. So our lowest number over here is -5. Then I have a -4. I have a -2. I have a 0, a 3, and a 4. And if you notice, I know I have numbers in this instance that don't repeat, so I'm fine. Over here, I'm going to have numbers that repeat. So pay attention. Our lowest number is -4, -3, -1, and then 0. And then I have 2 4s, but I'm only going to write one of them, okay? Is it a function? To tell if it's a function, we only look at these x's, okay? -4 doesn't repeat. 4 doesn't repeat. -2 doesn't repeat. -5 doesn't repeat. 0 doesn't repeat. And then 3 doesn't repeat. So because none of them repeat, I think it's a function. To double check it, I'm going to do the vertical line test on a point. That point only touches 1. That point only 1. C, 1. E, 1. F, 1. B, 1. So not only does it pass the vertical line test, but also none of these repeat, so I can say, yep, it is a function. Okay? Let's work on mapping right here. So again, domain and range. Domains are the first numbers, and again, I like them in order from least to greatest. So -3 is our smallest. Then I have a 2. And if you notice, I have 2 4s, but I'm only going to write it once. Our ranges are the y's. You can hear Magnolia barking. All right, I got a -2. Nolia. -1, 0, and 8. All right, and we're going to draw the mapping, which means you're going to draw the arrow. So I look. 4 draws an arrow to -2. 2 draws an arrow to 0. -3 draws an arrow to 8. And then 4 draws an arrow to -1. is it a function? Well, if you look right here, or you look right here and right here, you know it's not a function because the x repeats and this guy right here is shooting 2 arrows. For it to be a function, he can only shoot 1. So nope, that is not a function, okay? All right, let's talk about here. This says, is it a function? Well, again, it's a shape, so we're just gonna draw a vertical line test. Just draw a straight line going down. And if you notice here and here on my line, it crosses. So because it crosses twice, the answer is nope. All right, give the domain and range. Domain talks about the x and range talks about the y. Now we did this in Benchmark 2, so we're just gonna kind of go over it again. When you're talking about the domain, it's talking about the x, so you put it in the middle. When it's talking about range, you're talking about the y. And the way you write it is like this. The lowest number is less than y, which is less than your biggest number, okay? In this case, it's x. So here we go. So for domain, it's talking about how fat our graph is, okay? So if this is 0, all right, our furthest left point of our graph is right here. So that's 0, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Our fattest part this way is right here. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So this is the domain, okay? For range, it's talking about how tall the graph is. Bella, do you know where Mommy's green is? No? Okay. All right. So this is just a marker, so hopefully, yeah, y'all can see that. Okay, so you're talking about how high and how low it is. So the highest part of our graph is 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's good enough. And our lowest point is right here, just it's the bottom part of the triangle. So -1, -2, -3. And then that's how you write it, okay? So y is talking about how tall our graph is this way, and then domain is talking about how fat he is that way. All right, so let's do this guy. Is it a function? Well, if I draw a vertical line, crosses once, crosses once, crosses once. You see that? So yeah, that's a function. Domain and range. Again, domain is written like this. Range is written like this. Okay? And then we're just going to go see how tall. Well, if you notice, there's arrows. And because there's arrows at the end, that means our graph technically can go on forever and ever and ever. So because it can go on forever, we use the symbol infinity. And the easiest way to write an infinity symbol is to turn your paper sideways and draw an 8. So there's a negative infinity, like that. And then a positive infinity. So you're just drawing an 8 this way, and then when you turn your paper, ta-da, you have an infinity symbol, okay? Let's go do these down here. It says make a table and a graph when the function rule of the domain is between -2 and 2. All that's telling you is that this is going from -2 to 2. That's it. That's all it's telling you, okay? See? Nice and easy. So what you're going to do is you're going to take these numbers and you're going to plug them into x. And then you are going to work them out, okay? So you would say 2 times -2 is -4. -4 minus 1 is -5. 2 times -1 is -2. -2 minus 1 is -3. 2 times, and of course this is a 2, I'm spark colored all over it. 2 times 0 is 0, minus 1 is -1. 2 times 1 is 2, minus 1 is 1. Sorry, I had to get a sip of my Diet Coke. Don't fuss at me for drinking Diet Coke. I'm bringing out of the little sparkling waters that I like. All right, 2 times 2 is 4, minus 1 is 3, okay? So now we're going to go plot those. So -2, 5 means, of course, this is 0. So -2, -2, -5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and draw a dot, okay? -1, -3, 0, -1, 1, 1, and then 2, 3. And if you notice, this told you that your y-intercept would be at -1, and there it is. And this told you that you would be going up 2 over 1.